Wow, I wanted to do a draft run, and this is the deck that I've ended up with. I barely use like any of these orbs, so let's see what we can do. This is actually going to be kind of hard. Spin Vent Originality with an extra crit already, though, is actually really nice. Um, hmm. There is a bit of a game plan I can formulate between the Amiga Orb and the Two's Company. I think the Amiga Orb itself is not going to be too bad. Right, I'll go to an early store, and then after that point, I'll just stick to upgrading my orbs as much as I can. Because I do really want to get some very fast upgrades on my orbs. I also want the pebble removed from my deck, but that can happen eventually. It's not urgent. In particular, one of the orbs we have here is a Infernal, which really is not one I use at all. Let's bounce off of this peg. We bounce off of this peg. I need to use a peg that doesn't exist yet. When there are plain pegs I can bounce off of. Cool. Looks like we can get to 100 before the store. Good. Not bad. Wow. Early restore, early bobble, both of those are really, really nice. They can really improve the quality of your run. Especially if you can spend the cash on them early on, which we would have been able to. Oh, we have a grab your hand already? That's neat. Wow. That shot actually did something then. Good stuff. Let's keep up the damage multiplier from grab your hand. It'll be over soon enough. Oh man. They really are trying to tempt me with these orbs, aren't they? Because like these are some ridiculously high quality orbs I've seen so far. Don't know how many of them I would have picked up, but they certainly would have been nice. Can't buy the remove. Let's start doing some upgrading. Have the navigation inflation to do some more upgrading. Bombaton just because it's probably going to be a very solid passive to have. You'll notice that, oh my god, that's so cool. Infernal can go do almost a full roll. That's cool. And I get to do another roll here. It's actually a really good one as well. You'll notice that none of these orbs are really doing that good job of being an AoE. Like, the best orb we have for being an AoE is unfortunately the Amiga orb, which is not bad. It's not that amazing. So one of the other quirks of this run is we need to use a random number generator to decide our upgrades. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Amiga upgrades, sure. I think the Amiga upgrades are pretty good. As well as, the usual stuff. We can't add other orbs to our deck, and we've just got to use the orbs that we have. 2. Infernal. So it has 1, 2 upgrades. It's just been a while since I've read it, so I just want to check. And then, yeah, just 1, 2 upgrades it looks like. Sure. I mean, look, 1, 2 upgrades are like never bad, so I'm not going to complain. I would have loved to get some more cash there, to be honest. Oh. Well, I wonder how much health we can afford to spend. I think one more click and then I'm done. The other options should all be pretty useless because I don't really need to discard orbs and upgrade them. I'm not really looking to add other orbs to my deck. I'm perfectly happy with this selection I've got. Well, I'm not, but, I've got to try and roll with it. Okay. Very decent first shot. Does not have multi-ball just yet. Man, the buff to duplicator was actually a pretty big deal. That number is quite large now. The question is it enough? Oh, not the best shot there. But still very valuable. Magnetize yourself towards the lens then. Would be neat. Interesting shot. Let's see what you can achieve. Very good stuff. Now let's finish things up with this shot. I mean, it seems insanely likely, doesn't it? Insanely likely. Perfect. Oh man, I would love a potion board, I really would. I rolled a 3. Oh my god. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Are they all the orbs in my deck are level 1? Oh my god. Right, tools, company, ice. So it actually says things. Hold on. Sorry, I'll read that later. Let's just quickly go and grab a pencil now, I guess. It's not really an orb that cares about pincer maneuver just yet, but it's nice to have an area too. It's a good way to get around shields. There are a few other places that could come in handy. So let's just do a good shot and then I can get to read. Yeah, I believe in you. Perfect. Makes it durable. For non-negative if peg downgraded. Okay, so downgrading the peg gives you massive benefits is what I'm seeing. So we can do a pretty good job with actually doing a downgrading peg plan. Like, that sounds like fun. 1, 2, 3, 4, that is the electromagnet because the pebble does not count. I have not had the opportunity to remove it just yet. This navigation inflation has worked out amazingly, hasn't it? So what I'm hearing is I should make a orb. Oh no, I don't. I should make a peg negative and then slime it. Probably the other way around. Interesting. Like, I actually get some pretty decent damage when I aim straight at this, right? Yeah, 12. That's pretty damn decent, actually. Nothing shocking, but solid enough. Okay, man. Oh, yeah, wow, I forgot that the pincer movement was just going to do that. That is really quite fun. 1, 4, give me a 2, sure. Okay, infernorb. Definitely got better to shoot now. Yes, double magnet. We have to do double magnet, don't we? That's so fun. Unfortunately, they don't stack, they just get stronger magnetism, I believe. I'm gonna be honest. Nah, we'll shoot. Magnet. It should still be pretty good at hitting bombs, is what I would have loved to say. But unfortunately, I just can't say that. It's more like it. Much more like it, eh? Absolutely much more like it. Perfect. So much cleaner. Go on, Duplicator, do your thing. I'll try holding on to my cash for a bit. It looks like it's going to get mildly expensive. I don't really have any upgrades that I feel are completely necessary to do. Just some that sound nice. This is a situation where perhaps the... what's it called? Is not doing exactly what I would like. Pincer maneuver. Wait, hold on. Oh my god, it's perfect. Well, you love to see that, don't you? There we go. Nice. I have enough damage though, the downgrading is just working. That is great to see, to be honest. I was a bit worried, but I'm just saying. Negative 4 is actually a pretty big deal. It's kind of a shame I haven't really tried to use it that much yet. Because I feel like I probably could have gotten some good use out of it previously. Oh, my reloads are really good now. Scouting has become much better. Also, look at that cash gen. Damn. Very impressive. We will be doing the remove in the next store. Or we can do it here. Remove's more valuable than an upgrade. Unless we got Mimic. Nice. And again, I really can't tell what it is. How do I know it's a Mimic? Obviously there is a tell for the Mimic, but I really can't tell exactly what it is. It just feels like it loads in slightly faster, that's it. Like, something about the loading in feels different to me. let us do this shot. Perfect. That was exactly the kind of reason why I wanted to do that shot. It just bounces around up there, hits the bomb, and wow, you're dead. Great stuff. Absolutely great stuff. I think pressing the button's pretty good. Man, my reloads are very good right now. It does make it very tempting. I want to do the most fun one, which is, I think, safety net. They're all pretty fun, though. Yeah, oops. I probably shouldn't have misnavigated there. Oh well. Surely I can get at least 50 cash here, since I no longer require the remove. Do I have more than gold? No, I don't. Let's see. Oh, no crit there. It's no double damage for me, I guess. But I believe the next shot should be lethal. Let's see what a... Two things I really don't use that often. Let's see what an infernorb electromagnet shot can do. Because we have the crit and the refresh, so I imagine it can kind of just rip a whole lot of damage. It's basically like a rubble that damages you. That's how I describe it. Okay, well, we can't really use the other one, as well as, you know, it's a grinding on 0 when we have Salt Shaker, so definitely not much choice there. Okay, bad stuff. Bad. Like, we did hit that Salt Shaker, right? Yeah, but alright, let's see what you can do. Pretty good damage for the first shot, honestly. Let's get a dupe going. Kind of want access to more refreshes quite badly. Looks like I didn't get it quite yet. Yeah, that's why I wanted it, because the next shot was not going to work for it. Not the best. My health is indeed going down. Alright, look at how good that shot was. Good stuff. My reload's being extremely beneficial as expected. I love to see that. Omegob's still doing very good damage. Now I shoot you, see what you can do. Okay, not bad. Not bad. It's basically just the worst rubble is what I'm seeing. But you know, there are worse fates. There definitely are. Really good stuff. Really just very nice. I'll hold. I guess I'll hold. Refresh potion. Oh, I only have one refresh on the board. I can't take Peglin Satchel. I only have one refresh on the board, so what do we think about that? It is a bit spooky, isn't it? I'll just take Machuska Shell. Because it's Magnet. Machuska Shell Magnet is pretty funny. That's only one store. Sounds like I won't really be needing my cash as much then. Indeed. Technically that way is better. Oh. Magnetism doesn't improve right up top. There we go. I love that, climbing along the bottom of that. Okay. You will die. Yeah. Like that. Let's see what you can achieve. Enough. Oh yeah, no, that's enough. No, it's doing a pretty good job of just being a worse rubble. I like it. I have one store and it's medium. Okay. Not insanely far away, but I can collect up cash a bit. Oh, it wasn't easy because half. I see. 1 and 3. Let's just see what the upgrade is. 2. Sorry, I don't think that regenerated. Duplicate of multiple 1 on that. That's a pretty good upgrade, I'm gonna be honest. Definitely one of the best in the game. Just adding multiple 1 onto an orb. Don't mind if I do. I see. Oh, do I have any healing yet? I really don't. Personally, I would not recommend. I would recommend that you find healing at this point. If you can't find it from passives, then pick up like a potion bolt that you see. Unfortunately, we couldn't because we kind of doing a run where we can't add potion bolts to our deck. But I did see one. It would have been a good idea to pick it up. Where's the real refresh there? That should hit it then. Really good shot there, huh? Lovely to see. Sure. I believe in you. Not bad. Our damage is getting there. Okay, there you go. No crit. Damn. Yeah, it would have been a lot of extra damage when we crit. Not double damage, which is what the numbers say, because we have all the upgraded pegs. I love how we can't even hit those bombs. That's so fun. Alright, I did say we had no healing. That is a mild lie. Forgot that we actually did have some healer. 1 and 2 this time, please. 2. Okay, sure. Sounds good. I really love the fact that we just got the early anvil event, got a bunch of upgrades off. Made things much faster because a lot of these orbs I don't really want to tango with when they're lower levels. I'm not the biggest fan of them at high levels, and at lower levels, I'm not either. Let's just send them flying. Get a bit of value there. Reload because I'm taking an awful lot of damage. That's more than I would like. There we go. That's what I've been waiting for. With Ghost, it's always just like, eventually you'll get to that one good shot. My numbers are actually... I can hold because I have 3 fights after the active. Don't need to press this button, but I'm going to keep pressing the other button. Sash of Focus. Well, the other one's basically completely useless, I'll just take it. Could have been much better. It's unfortunate, but I like my max HP. I do have a lot of it, but I like it. Right, well it seems like I'm going to need some more cash actually. Did not manage to collect as much as I would have liked. Because I've been spending it at a pretty exorbitant rate apparently. I can definitely hold off on the upgrades though. My targeting there was very off. But it's all good. It looks like I didn't manage to do the peg downgrading nonsense, but I've done a good job with the peg upgrading nonsense. Alright, surely you can get us there. Good healing. Some cash. I only need 3 pegs. Oh my god, whew. Nice. I would have loved to collect one more passive, but like, look at the passives I'm being offered. I'm pretty fine with it. Although I would have loved to buy that if this was a normal run. So we'll just take this stuff and move along because I don't really want bomb damage to improve. Ideally I'm spending like 75 gold per fight. I'm gonna be honest, let's shoot this. Yep, Duplicate Orb just gets to do some pretty cool stuff. I think I will skip this fight. Alright, lovely, lovely, lovely stuff. Boom. I should probably press this button. It's kind of getting very big at this point. Do I want to though? I only have 1 upgrade in my deck, and it's an Omegle. I'll upgrade that by the end, but not yet apparently. More crits, sure. Do I have any real value for hitting crits? Not really. But is that going to stop me from wanting more? No, absolutely not. Good heals there. Remove an orb. Unfortunate. Really, really unfortunate. I guess I'll just remove the Omegle. Hopefully we can find another. It's really annoying actually. I really like to keep all of the initial orbs in my deck if I can. Seems like that may not be possible this run. We'll see. Maybe I can find another Omegle, but it's not the most likely. I didn't really want to remove a level 3 common orb from my deck, even though it was probably the better call, just because it's a common orb, I can probably find it easier. We haven't seen anything that I could do yet. Damn, not as much cash as I would have liked. Yeah, one of the things I did try and do in the blind fight as well was just prioritize shooting these orbs that are Replenish Orb and the Duplicate Orb because they get me more refreshes on the board, and with the amount of refreshes they were actually adding, it was a pretty good healing source just on the cookie. Although I was still losing health that fight, so I may not have actually regened that much overall. And still, none of these are it. It's unfortunate, so... Wow, 222 max health, that's so good. 230 max health end on? Yeah, that's pretty nice. Yeah, so... I was probably not gaining the most health, but I was gaining some. Where's my other refresh? Oh, there. Okay. I imagine my shots should be pretty good. I've actually got a pretty decent deck here. The electromagnet and the... Yes. Infernal are both pretty decent orbs for just hitting a lot of pegs. Neither of them are particularly bad. I definitely use them just a bit less than a lot of the other classics for that kind of thing. Um, Duplicator, it's not bad, you know. You can get a lot of refreshes created, especially after the change, you know. It's definitely much more decent. And multi-ball is as good as always, especially with damage boosts, because like 3-5 is pretty decent. Replenish Orb is great just because, you know, any ability to refresh is really, really valuable. It doesn't really matter if it's attached to an orb that you might not want to be firing because it doesn't really deal a real amount of damage. Um, but it can really, really benefit your electromagnet and infernorb shots quite a lot. And then we have the Two's Company. I would love to believe that Two's Company is just a great orb that you should be picking up, but I can't really agree with that, unfortunately. I do think that Two's Company is an orb that if you're in a situation and you're just like, I have this boss passive, maybe I have this other boss passive, Two's Company is actually just like really good now. But I haven't really gotten to that point just yet. Usually it doesn't line up for that. Usually I already have win condition because it's already pretty late in the run at that point. Yeah, no, this was a fun little draft run. We got so much max health off of grinding monster and apple a day. Oh, just grinding monster, seriously? Oh, okay, right. Grinding monster, slot shaker obviously as well, but also a lot of our max health was from the 25 gold basalt tome. There we go. We actually got so much off of it. Um, yeah, this was fun. I'm very, very impressed with the Inferno, honestly. I dislike it a lot, but it seems like most of the reason why I dislike it is just because of the health loss with the guaranteed. It doesn't really have a guarantee that it's going to do amazing stuff. Like, I'd rather just pick up a rubble most of the time, but the damage on it is admittedly very, very nice. It might be more damage than rubble, which is actually something I would definitely want to consider. But yeah, no, we assembled some fun stuff this run. I was thinking about what would happen if I hit like an assemble for this draft run, and that would be pretty fun. I probably wouldn't be able to find the full assemble, but I would be allowed to pick up other assemble pieces I find. I could have also potentially started with two assemble pieces in my deck, which would have been really good.